The dark fell upon the yard that belonged to Luna's housefolk, and the stars began to shine in the night sky. The faint sound of cars rumbled in the background as no-furs began to travel to their homes for the night. Luna rubbed her head against the leg of her female human as she passed. The quiet ringing of the silver bell on her collar sounded as the silver ragdoll she-cat pushed through the tiny door that her human had installed for her, and leave and come as she pleased. The night air was cool, and a soft breeze blew through her fur. She moved through the freshly mowed grass and lowered herself onto a smooth rock next to the garden. Beside her, the sound of paw steps on the wooden fence rang in her ears. She did not have to look to know who it was. "Hello, Artemis," she meowed as the snow-white Tom came into view. He purred in response and settled down beside her. "Hello to you too, Luna," Tom meowed cheerfully. "I haven't seen you all day. Where were you?" he asked, and Luna shuffled a little, seeming uncomfortable. "My human took me to the vet today," she trailed off, lifting her head to look at the stars. "Oh," the Tom murmured. The two shared a mutual dislike for the vet, as was the last place they saw their mother, before the two were separated from her. They did not know where she was, and looked to one another for support, as their sister was also missing. They were lucky their humans lived next to one another. "Artemis?" Her voice trailed off once more. Luna wasn't sure if he would understand what she was going to ask. I don't think she was sane. The Tom grunted. He was starting to doze off. "Do you think there is more out there? Like cats that don't live with humans?" Her voice was quiet. Sure, she had seen the collarless cats in the streets, but she wondered if cats lived outside the town, in the forest. "There might be, there might not." The Tom shrugged and stretched beside her. Luna sighed. "Would you like to spend the night with me?" she asked, lifting herself to sit. "Sure," was the little Tom murmured, letting out a yawn. Luna nodded, pulling herself up and leading the Tom back inside her human's home. She slid herself into the woven nest her humans got for her. Artemis was living beside her, nestling into her soft fur. Very shortly, the twins drifted. That night had brought strange dreams to Luna. Even the comfort of Artemis pressed against her side couldn't push away her uneasy sleep. What is this? What is this dream?" Luna moved through the forest, ears pressed back. She had never had a dream like this before. Wandering a forest far away from home, the she-cat stumbled over and through thick undergrowth before emerging in the clearing. In the center of the clearing, surrounded by white flowers, was a pond of water, almost clear enough to see the bottom. Around the pool sat cats whose pelts shined with many twinkling stars. Although scared, she approached the starry cats. To her left, a large black Tom emerged from the forest, settling near her and giving her strange looks, as if wondering why she was there. Unlike the other cats, the Tom didn't have stars in his pelt, and bore a collar much like her own. To her right sat a golden spotted she-cat, with plants sticking out of her fur. The starry cats were quiet, looking into the pool in front of them. Suddenly, one cat with beautiful violet eyes spoke up. "Thank you for coming." Her voice trailed off as she stared in Luna's direction. The other cats followed her gaze. "Berry Star, Honey Fern, be prepared for her arrival, for only she can bring back the sky." "She?" the Tom suddenly spoke up, his voice full of rumble. "But she is a kitty pet." The Tom's fur bristled and his tail lashed. It was then Luna noticed the Tom's collar had no tag and no bell, but instead bore sharp, pointed teeth and claws. She knew they were from both dog and cats. "I was once a kitty pet too, my son," the she-cat mewed calmly. "When the moon is at its fullest, a cat whose ties belong to no clan will rise," following a sparkling flint's words, "and the clan that follows the sky will emerge as a result," she-cat said, and the pool rippled as she moved a paw through the water. "What does that mean?" Luna spoke up, but the cats around her began to fade, and their vision went dark. Luna's dream played on repeat in her head the whole morning. She hadn't told Artemis about her dream yet, and she felt he would only think she's crazy. But that dream, there was something about it she couldn't figure out, and she had to find just what exactly it meant. And that would mean leaving her home and entering the forest. Luna pushed her way through the cat door and made their way over to the fence. She knew she may never see Artemis again if she left. Luna! Right on cue, the snow-furred Tom pushed his way through the cat door and bounded over to her side. Where are you going? The Tom demanded, his tail lashing and ears pinned back. I had this dream. When the moon is at its fullest, a cat whose ties belong to no clan will rise, following Miss Sparkling Flint's words, and a clan that follows the sky will emerge as a result, Luna said, and every word as she remembered them. But you can't go! Remember Lily? She left and never returned. I can't lose you too. The Tom was shaking. He was scared. I have to. Then I will come too, Artemis said, and Luna's ears perked up. Thank you, she murmured, and the two climbed their way over the fence and into the forest. The twins set out on their journey, seeing many new things along the way. The forest was completely new to them, and while exploring, strange cats chased them, spitting words like, "Stay off our territory, kitty pets." Artemis had to cuff one's ear in order to be left alone. Eventually, the two entered the clearing, with a large boulder in the middle. Many cats gathered, and 5 cats stood on or near the rock, taking turns speaking. The two stayed hidden in the bushes as they listened to each of the 5 cats talk about new kits or prey running well. One white cat mentioned naming 3 new warriors, whatever that was. The two eventually snuck around the group of cats, setting off once more. Luna and Artemis found themselves in a large open field, and the scent of mouse filled their noses. The twins stopped the hunt, having hunted mice in their homes before, and it gave them an idea of how to hunt in the fields. After stopping to eat their catches, they continued, traveling past a large rock formation, and even finding themselves outside some sort of bramble-lined area, where the scent of cats were strong. Halt! Who dares trespass on MoonClan territory? Artemis and Luna suddenly found themselves surrounded by strange cats from all sides. Each one had narrowed eyes and unscathed claws. The voice came from a tabby and white Tom, who was glaring in Artemis's direction. Luna noted that the Tom had a twisted hind leg, covered in green plants. My name is Luna, and this is Artemis. We come from a town south of here. Luna spoke up, pressing back against Artemis's side. She could feel the Tom's fur bristling and hissing in the tabby's direction. Luna, she had strange dreams, where starry cats had spoke to her, another she-cat, and the spiky collared Tom. We will take our leave. We mean no harm. Artemis spoke up, but shrank away as a light tabby stepped forward, only to be blocked by a blue she-cat's tail. A pretty black and white she-cat stepped forward. A black Tom? Can you tell me what he looked like? The she-cat, though she flexed her claws and her well-toned muscles rippled in her shoulders, she seemed friendly. Artemis warned Luna not to say a word. However, she spoke up. He was very large, with yellow eyes that could pierce the night. He had this collar, lined with teeth and claws, Luna stammered, thinking back to her dream, and the she-cat simply purred and relaxed. That would be my father, and leader. It seems there are some truth to your words. We will take you to our leader at once. Luna followed the group of cats into the bramble-lined camp, Artemis at her side. She was amazed at just how many cats lived within these thick walls. Cats of all breeds talked in little groups or shared prey with one another. Luna watched two kits, one white with black markings, and a patchy orange one chase one another before diving into a pile of moss, yelling and laughing to one another. Some cats looked up to watch the patrol return, their ears pinning back in distrust at the two newcomers. "Welcome to MoonClan Camp," the white and black she-cat spoke up, turning Luna's attention away from the staring cats. "This is Berry Star's den," she said, directing Luna and Artemis towards a small bramble-lined hollow next to a pool of water. "He will be expecting you." Luna didn't know what exactly to expect when she entered the leader's den. Inside sat a large black tom from her dream, as well as the honey-colored she-cat. "So, you are the cats that trespassed into our territory, and so soon after that dream," the tom started, staring at Luna with narrowed eyes. "Yes, my name is Luna. This is Artemis," she stammered, shrinking back, and the tom beside her pressed protectively against her side. "You are a part of a very important prophecy, young one," the honey-colored she-cat spoke up, before pausing to introduce herself as Honeyfern. But I don't understand. I don't understand what it means," Luna blurted out, then shut her mouth as the black tom glared. "Listen well," he snapped, and settled down, not once moving his gaze off Luna. "There used to be 5 clans living in these lands before MoonClan was created. This was many, many moons ago. They were called ThunderClan, RiverClan, WindClan, ShadowClan, and Skyclan. However, 2 legs had started destroying Skyclan's territory, and the 4 other clans had to send them away. There had been no sign of Skyclan since then, and they were known as the Lost Clan. Eventually, it had been forgotten, and for many seasons after that, the 4 clans lived and continued without them. Rarely, Clan Ellis will speak of the forgotten clan and tell stories about them," the tom said, pausing to lick a paw and run it over his ear. "It seems Star Clan wishes for the forgotten clan to return. That is where you come in," Honeyfern continues her leader's story. But, I don't know any of these clan things, or how they work," Luna protested, shifting uncomfortably. "Believe in Star Clan, our warrior ancestors, for they will light your path," Honeyfern murmured, and Berry Star nodded. "I will send one of my warriors with you. He will teach you the code and help you rebuild Skyclan. His name is Flintpelt," Tom said, flicking his tail to his den's entrance. "You will learn and become the leader Skyclan wants you to become." With Flintpelt and Artemis at her side, Luna started her journey, traveling through the clan's territories, listening to the MoonClan Tom's advice on locations a clan could be settled at. He was quite wise. Artemis's pelt bristled as he watched Luna and Flintpelt talk to one another. He did not like the idea of the Tom traveling with them. Eventually, the trio came across an abandoned camp lined with thick brambles and thorns. The gray-brown tabby scented the air. "All scents are stale. It seems to be abandoned, and used to most likely belong to rogues and loners," Flintpelt commented. The trio eventually decided to explore, and discovered it was very well protected, with few dens, lacking moss or feathers for nests. While exploring, a small den caught their eye, and Luna decided to stay the night. The 2 Toms slept outside the den, yet close by to know Luna was safe. When the morning came, Luna decided it would be a good location for the recreation of Skyclan. Flintpelt agreed, however, Artemis didn't seem to trust it. And thus, with Artemis and Flintpelt, Luna began the recreation of Skyclan.